Tim from Timber Visions here. So recently I was contacted by the folks at Erick Hill about sending me a moisture meter to do a review on here on the channel. So this is the EWM04 pinless moisture meter, and it's under $30 on Amazon right now. I just looked at it on Amazon, but it comes with a nice little carry case, and here's the meter, and then it's a pinless, so it has a sensor on the back to read the moisture. So we're gonna go over the wood lot, and we're gonna test some wood that's fairly freshly split, and then some of my older stuff too. And then later I will test some of my milled lumber that's been air drying, and we'll compare it to my Dr. Meter moisture meter also. This is one I've been using pretty much primarily, and I purchased this with my own money. And like I said, this was sent to me by Erick Hill. But I told them, I said, I'm going to give an honest review to my viewers. And they said they totally understand that, and agreed to that. And I don't have to show them my video before I post it or anything like that. I just, give you folks my honest opinion on this moisture meter. I think price-wise, this one's just a little bit more, but it is pinned and pinless, although my pins are bent. That's the problem with the pinned. And for firewood, I would say pinned is almost a better way to go, because these kind of require a flat surface to a point. Some firewood, it's all wavy, and it's hard to get this placed flat or this placed flat against there. So there is that. So the pinned is a little bit better for firewood, but if you're doing checking moisture on milled lumber, I would say this style is the way to go. And of course, there are other companies that make these pinless that are considerably more expensive. You're talking upwards of $500 to $1,000, and their accuracy is better than these. The accuracy on these pinless ones that I have here are plus or minus 4%. So, that's a little bit of a range, right? I mean, if you're making fine furniture or something, you might want to invest in a little higher end moisture meter. But if you're just kind of wanting to see where your moisture's at, there's a big difference in 4%, but it makes more of a difference at the low end rather than the high end. So if I test this for firewood and it's at 16%, well, then I know I'm under 20, right? Because if it was 4% up from there, it'd be at 20%. If it reads 8, then I know I'm really good, because, it's 4 to 12, right? So that's the main thing. And the pinned generally is higher accuracy. Like this particular one, the pinned is plus or minus 2%. So, and they both have modes that you can go through, like drywall, masonry, and then wood. And they both have either softwood or hardwood. So we'll go over the wood lot, and It's kind of chilly out today. The wind's blowing, but we're gonna power through this. We're gonna get some firewood and test it and kind of show you a comparison between these two. From what I've seen, just doing a little testing off camera before I started recording. They are pretty much almost exactly the same, which is kind of crazy because I've seen other comparison videos between different meters and they are way different. So, but I think the fact that they're both pinless also comes into play there. But we'll see more when we go over at the wood lot. So stick with me. We'll check these out. Okay, so I got a series of wood sitting here. This is basswood that was split, I don't know, like 9 months ago. There's some ash 9 months to a year ago. And this ash was just split yesterday. So the Erick Hill shows this basswood at 5.5, around 5.5. Okay. And the Dr. meter is 5 to 6. So those are pretty comparable. This ash, 5.4 to 6. Like I said, it's hard to kind of have to have a flat spot. This one's showing a little higher, 6.5 or so, almost 7. All right. Dr. meter, 5 to 6. Saw a 7 there. Now this one, it's showing almost 10. But fairly close. Okay, and then the stuff that was just split yesterday. 11, 21 something, 19, 20. 17, 23. Okay, that was with Erick Hill. 18, 16, up in the 20s. So, I mean, they are reading almost identical. So obviously this stuff is not ready yet. It's wet, you know. But I just split it yesterday, so we kind of knew that, right? So in my opinion, this is where the pinless meters excel the most, is on something flat. So you can see that these are reading almost identical. This is a piece of maple that probably a year ago I milled it. And keep in mind that these only go down and read about 2 inches, up to 2 inches, I say, into the wood. But they're reading about 6%, which I can believe is fairly accurate. Then I'll put a piece of ash here, milled about the same time. So it's a different piece of wood. So the Dr. meter is showing 8, and the Erick Hill is showing upper 6s to 7. So on the ash, they're reading similarly too. So I think they're fairly comparable. They're fairly comparable in price as well. So, you know, it all depends. The nice thing about the Dr. meter is it comes pin and pinless, both in one unit. But what I'm seeing here on this, I would be happy using it. I think it's a pretty good meter. So in closing, I would say either one of these pinless moisture meters are gonna work out pretty good for you. I will put a affiliate link in the description for both of these. I think I think I showed today that they're fairly similarly accurate. And they're both, like I said before, plus or minus 4%. So you can just set your cutoff where you want it to be, and just use it. But they do kind of require something flat, like I said before. So if you have really wavy firewood, these are not the ones that you want to use, in my opinion. But unless you get this one that has the pins also. But I think you pay a little bit more for that. But either way, they are both fairly similarly priced, and I think they'll do the job that you need to do. Because if you're selling firewood or wood, you kind of want to know where your moisture is. It's a very important part of selling wood. So I do want to thank everybody for stopping in today. And until next time, be safe, brothers and sisters.